Phil, a 1-1 draw with Chesterfield, a late comeback and good spirit in the end to snatch a point there.
Yeah, good response. Obviously disappointed with the first half in particular. I felt they played the conditions a lot better than us. It was a horrible, blustery night. We tried to play, but we played too slow. We didn't play past their press quickly enough or with enough quality. And we played too much in our own half. And you know, if you do that against a team who's pressing like they were, you inevitably invite pressure. And we didn't mix our game up enough with enough quality tonight. And you know, I was disappointed how we played first half. It was difficult conditions, and like I said, sometimes the away team, when you get a goal, they keep it, kicks everything, they slow the game down, try and take any tempo out of the game. But second half, I thought we responded well, and delighted to get the point, and could have been all three in the end.
In terms of a side coming here with a big crowd, often they look at silencing that crowd early. Is it disappointing to almost allow them to execute that plan so early on?
Yeah, I mean, we had 2 or 3 chances before the goal. Funny enough, we actually, in the first exchanges, you know, Bryce has had a great chance, but 1 or 2 other good moments, Jordan's corner. And then we conceded a goal from set play. Jordan's got blocked around the back, and I haven't seen the second phase, how it ended up in the back of the net, but I'll have a look at that in a minute. That's frustrating, but it's a kind of night where, with blustery conditions, set plays were going to be important, as they proved to us with Tozer's long throw and Paul getting his goal.
Closing off that first half, obviously almost going into the break 2 down. Rob Layton conceding the penalty, but the hero a few moments later with the save.
Yeah, I thought the ref was undecided whether to book him for diving or not, and I thought he was in 2 minds. So disappointed when he awarded the penalty, but Rob's a good goalkeeper, and you know, it was a big moment for us.
What was the message to the players at half time?
Mix the game up, be more expansive when we got the ball. It's wide centre halves had to be wider, so when they stepped in, they went past their front 2 or the front 3 as it was. Get the ball in the front players with more quality, but we just had to play in their half more. You know, we kind of, you know, football is about playing in the opposition half, and we never really got enough kind of quality in the final third to play and get periods of pressure in that first period, and just up the intensity of our game, you know. And I felt we tried. I thought Tyler came on and sprinted a couple of times down the line and lifted the whole team, took us off the pitch, and we did better in the second half. It was never going to be a really kind of pretty football game tonight because of the way they set up and obviously the conditions as well.
You mentioned Tyler French coming on at half time for Jamie Reckle. Was that purely through the injury that Jamie?
Yeah, no,
picked up?
Just an injury. You know, Rex carried on, but you know, we decided at half time he was struggling, so that was it.
For the leveller, people have started, I guess, frustrated that the Tozer throw that was so infamous hadn't paid off. It did today in a massive way.
Yeah, I mean, they're the conditions where it really is difficult to deal with, and when we signed Ben, you know, as much as his quality in terms of his defending, but it is passing from the back. You know, normally, obviously, we didn't really utilise that enough tonight, but the long throw is crucial. It's a great weapon to have, and it's got us back in the game tonight and nearly got us a win.
We don't know the opponent at the time of this interview for the FA Cup. Obviously, we've got a couple of weeks now until our next National League game. Is this an opportunity now for you to assess where you're at the moment, look at the system, look at the players, just see exactly where this side is?
Yeah, no, exactly. You know, we can take a rain check on everything, have a good look, get a few players like Bryce up to speed more. You know, he did well to stay on the 490. I was kind of a bit concerned about him, but I felt he carried a threat, and we left him on. So the 1 or 2 players we need to get up to speed and get ready for the FA Cup, which we're looking forward to. And
finally, obviously we've mentioned the attendance, over 9,000 here. First time a midweek league game's had that since 1979. It's a record attendance for us in the National League as well. As incredible support.
Incredible, and you know, I was feeling for the supporters in that first half because you know, in the first 3 games of the season, they've seen us dominate the first periods and be excellent. And you know, some of the football we've played, and you know, the Notts County, the Woking and the Dagenham game has been top class, and we were unable to reproduce that tonight. I think a little bit of it was the conditions, to be fair, but also the way Chesterfield played, but we didn't do enough to combat that tonight, and we've got to look at that, and we will do. But once again, every single person who came in supporting Wrexham tonight was absolutely magnificent, a 10 out of 10.
Cheers, Paul.
Thank you.